What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossy. So last night, 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Season 7, Episode 7 has aired. Now we checked in with Kim and Soja Boy, and we learned a lot of new and useful information regarding their relationship. So upon leaving Abuja and traveling to Sokoto, we learned that Usman's mother's blessing is the only way that he and Kim can even get engaged. It's not even about getting married. Whether or not their relationship can continue from this point lies in Usman's mother's hands. Now, if you remember, this is not the first time Usman has brought a woman back home to Sokoto to his mother and asked to marry her. So this situation is definitely going to be a little more complicated because even though his ex and Kim are very different, Usman's mother has already made up her mind of how she feels about the situation. Usman did go and meet with his mom and have a conversation with his mom regarding what was in store for her in the next day, and said that Kimberly had traveled all the way from America with the sole purpose of meeting and greeting her, and they are hoping to get her blessing on a relationship. Now, Usman's mom had several questions to ask, but the very first question she wanted to know was what was Kim's age. So I feel like Usman's mom has already entered into this situation with a closed mind. She's definitely not being open minded about the relationship, and prior to getting to know Kimberly in any way, she has already said that she is praying that Kimberly does not become Usman's wife. So I feel that this situation is going to be dire. This meeting has to be very important for Kim. She needs to show her personality and show what her actual intentions are to actually get this blessing for this relationship. Now, another question came to my mind was, why didn't they go and get this blessing prior? They've been in a relationship for all this time. They've been dating. They've actually went from friend to potential to girlfriend. And why would that all have to end because Usman's mom doesn't agree? I just feel like this meeting with his mom should have probably taken place a little sooner because the love and affection that they've grown for each other is so great at this point. It would be very hard for them to just end it just because his mother says that it cannot happen. Now, she did state that she wants Usman to marry someone of their area of a tender age who can give him children, and then if he wants to marry an American later on, she didn't have an oppose towards that. But the order in which that would have to happen is Usman would have to marry a first wife, have a child, and then marry Kim as the second wife. And Kim has definitely had her heart set on being Usman's first wife. In actuality, in a perfect world, she would rather only be his only wife. So we are definitely watching this story very closely because next week is the week where Kim finally has an interaction with Usman's mom. And I guess we're going to find out whether or not this relationship can proceed, whether or not there will be an engagement, because without an engagement, there is no marriage. Without a marriage, there's no relationship. So whether or not they're going to be together from this point on lies in Usman's mother's hands. All right, guys, I'm George Mossy. Make sure you follow me on all social media at George Mossy and GeorgeMossy.com for all your 90 Day Fiance news and updates. I'll talk to y'all really soon.